Heisenberg Uncertainty Principle says that we cannot measure the position and momentum of a particle with absolute precision. Basically, we can never be certain of the exact position and speed of an object.
Say I wanted to measure the position of this cart relative to the other objects in the room. I could physically measure it, but it simply would not be accurate.
Every object is made up of a particle and a wave. Because of an object's wave-like nature, the particles are spread out over space, meaning there is not a precise location that an object occupies.
This principle applies to so many things in real life, such as cars. Say I asked you where your car is. You might say,
the parking garage, or in a number space.
While both of those answers are okay, we're dealing with measurements bigger than your car.
Since the uncertainty principle states that when we measure a particle, for instance this moving car, we can know its position or its momentum, but not both. This is because there is no such thing as a classical particle. Rather, there's only wave-like properties. Objects tend to move like waves, but interact like particles. To have finite momentum, the wavelength has to be greater than 0, but that means it can't have definite position, and that means you can never know the exact position and momentum of a car.
This principle applies to so many other things in real life that we overlook. For instance, Wi-Fi. Say I were to send a text message to my friend. Now that is an example of information traveling through a wavelength, and that wavelength is directly proportionate to the velocity of the message.
So my dad is a mechanical engineer, and he always tries to tell us how applicable what he does is to everyday life. I still don't really believe him, but he told us one story of when he was pulled over, and I guess the police officer asked him if he knew how fast he was going, and my dad claims that he asked the police officers if he's ever heard of the Heisenberg Uncertainty Principle, which I don't totally believe, and he basically was like, oh, well, how would you know where my car is and know how fast I was going at the same time? So yeah, constantly trying to talk about it.
Thanks for watching. We hope you learned a little bit more about Heisenberg Uncertainty Principle and that you're more aware of it in your everyday life. Hopefully you can apply some of this knowledge every day.